Hi, I'm Lucky Malvern and welcome to my channel. Use this time to hit the subscribe button below. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. Thanks for joining me. Today, I'm going to discuss the Rolex Datejust 31mm. I'm going to let you know the story that came about as to how I even got this watch, as well as giving you the specs on it and how it operates. So first, I will show you what I have. It came in this white Botwell cream color box with the Rolex logo kind of embedded in the box. And then we have this green box. And this is my Rolex. Hopefully you can see it without the light glaring. Here we go. Up top would be the authenticity card that I just keep in there. And there you go. So I actually got this watch while I was in Taiwan. I was in Taiwan with my family and we went to the Taipei 101 building, which is the tallest building in Taiwan. It's gorgeous. There's a lot of high-end stores inside. So I saw the Rolex store. I knew I was in the market to find a Rolex, and I came in there and they had exactly what I was looking for. Although this is not what I was looking for. I was technically looking for a smaller watch and with no diamonds. So I do not have a diamond bezel. I actually have a fluted bezel. But there are diamond markers inside. And I remember the salesperson saying to me, she said, get the watch that you really, really want. Don't get something that you're thinking, you know what, in the long run, I'm going to get what I really want. But right now, this is maybe what I can afford. So I'm just going to stick it with this. No, wait until you're able to save up your money, whatever you may do, and get exactly what it is that you really, really want. So I tried on a few watches, and this is the one that really stuck out to me that I said, that's, you know, for sure that's what I want. So that's how I got my Rolex. I was very nervous walking out the store because they did in fact give me a green Rolex shopping bag. And so I asked them for, you know, something more modest. I actually also received a luggage. It was quite an expensive piece of carry-on luggage that came with the watch as like a thank you for, you know, shopping with us. I ended up giving it to my sister, but it's really a good luggage. They did not tell me how to work the Rolex. They didn't really give me any information. I have a bunch of paperwork, but I didn't really get any type of lessons. There was a language barrier. I am fluent in Taiwanese, but I do not speak Chinese. And in Taiwan, Chinese is a very dominant language to speak. So, you know, I was a little, you know, behind with being able to communicate with them. But I did, you know, I am very happy with what I got. Try it on. Now, I purchased this in 2016, August of 2016. So it has a very different bracelet, the newer bracelet from what you may see now on vintage pieces. When I purchased it, she did tell me, put my finger here to close it. Do not put my finger on the actual Rolex crown. She didn't tell me why, but I listened. So I put my finger here to close it. This watch, the weight of it, it's a pretty good amount of weight to it. And it is literally the perfect everyday watch. I wanted two-tone specifically because I do in fact wear both metals, whether it's silver or gold, yellow gold. I like to be able to mix it up and wear this with every occasion. I wanted the champagne dial, which looks like, if I have to describe it, it looks like a gold backing. The fluted bezel, I love the way the fluted bezel, that would be this piece. I love the way the fluted bezel kind of glares a little bit. It shines. I was not sure about getting diamonds initially. I do know that diamonds can make the price skyrocket. But after I saw this one and I fell in love, I said, you know what? I don't see myself having a bunch of Rolexes. So my first one, I'm going to go and get exactly what it is I want. Now, I must tell you a little disclaimer. I am not a huge watch person. I wear my watch all the time, but when it comes to being a collector of fine timepieces, I am certainly not that. And so because I wanted just this one watch, I wanted to make sure it was exactly everything I wanted. The diamonds, I just couldn't say no. Now, when I purchased the watch, on top of it coming with the authenticity card inside, as well as this it came with this tag as well that states Oyster, and it has the style number attached to it as well. Of course, this is the style number that's on the authenticity card. It came with a bunch of paperwork. The receipt, the VAT refund. It came with these handy little green books, which tells you exactly how to set the clock, how to set the time, how to wind it. It also came with this page about how to resize the bracelet. But this style bracelet is actually their vintage style. They're not making this style bracelet on these Oyster perpetual Datejust watches anymore. But it is pretty useful. This is the same thing actually, but just in Chinese. This bracelet style that I have is called a Jubilee bracelet style. This is with steel and 18 karat gold. Champagne dial, fluted bezel, diamond markers. And like I said, it's size 31 mm. For size, I am 5'9", and I love this size watch. I think it's a good everyday piece for if you need to go somewhere, maybe you want to get dressed up, or maybe a casual lunch. This size was perfect for me. I didn't want something too big, and I'm glad I didn't get the smaller size. So now I will show you how to operate this watch. Okay, so now here I am going to show you how to set your Datejust. First, you wind, but the watch, just so you know, is turned towards me for me to read the clock correctly. Okay, so I am now turning counterclockwise to loosen it up, and it just loosened up. It detached, not fully detached, but it loosened up from the watch. So now I can gently pull. The date is 1 day off from today, so I am going to pull again, push in a little bit, and pull out. There we go. I heard 2 clicks, and now I am going to set the time. I always set the date to be 1 day before the current date, so that I can now wind the watch for 1 day to today's date. And then after I heard that click, the date changed. Now that I hit past 12 o'clock, I am now going to set the time. Once the time is set, I push back in, and I have to now turn, I'm holding it in as I turn clockwise to tighten it. And you want to make sure it's on there very tight, especially if you are the type that wear your watch in the pool or whatever the case may be. I like to make sure this is nice and tight, that water is not going to get in or anything. That is how you set your watch. Use this time to hit the subscribe button below. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. Thanks for joining me.